Welcome everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the Prism token airdrop. So users who have swapped on Symmetry Swap are eligible with the following requirements. So we'll take a look at that and you can try and figure out whether or not you're eligible or not and how much you might get in the end. But before I go into that, I just wanted to say I've made 3 videos talking about airdrops and how to qualify for them, and in 2 of those videos I talked about Symmetry Finance and how if you use the swap function there you might qualify for an airdrop in the future. I didn't know that it would have been through the Prism Aggregator token, so definitely make sure to check out those airdrop videos I posted before, because you would have known about Symmetry Finance and you would have used it and you most likely would have qualified for this airdrop. So there are tons of other projects out there that are live on mainnet that don't have a token, so go wild, see if you can qualify for one. I'm expecting 1 or 2 more during this month. It's Christmas, it generates hype if they do an airdrop, so we'll see. So if you didn't know, Prism Aggregator is a new Solana DEX aggregator that recently went live on mainnet, and they're doing their IDO on Star launch in about a week's time. And so Prism Aggregator is part of the whole Symmetry Finance sort of ecosystem, and they're rewarding people who used Symmetry Swap with Prism tokens. So if we take a look at this, we can see exactly whether or not you're eligible and how much you might receive. So yeah, Prism is a DEX aggregator powered by Symmetry, formerly known as Symmetry Swap. So Prism is integrated with liquidity sources across the Solana ecosystem, so Serum, Radium, Orca, Aldrin, and Saber, finding the best routes for users when they're trading on Prism Aggregator. They talk here a bit about the Symmetry Swap over the last couple of months and how much volume it's done and how well it's. So Symmetry Swap has also seen an increase in users, surpassing 220,000 users in less than 5 months after launching in August. So for Prism, they wanted the community to be in charge, shaping the platform through governance, open source contributions, and integrations. So if you are familiar with DEX aggregators, quite a few actually have tokens. So 1inch, for example, they did an airdrop to people last Christmas. Paraswap recently did an airdrop as well, and there's other aggregators across the ecosystems that also have tokens. So it made sense that Prism would have a token. And so to achieve this goal and to say thank you to the community, we're distributing 1% of the supply as an airdrop to users who swapped on Symmetry from its release up to November 3rd. So they will be distributing the airdrop to users who have swapped on Symmetry in the above mentioned period, with the amount calculated by swap volume per user and number of transactions. So there are a total of 6,585 users eligible to claim the airdrop, and this is what the airdrop requirements and distribution looks like. So you can claim up to 90,000 Prism if you've done $5,000 in volume and 100 transactions. Now that seems like quite a lot, actually. I mean, you'd have to be a hyper trader or doing 100 transactions seems like a lot. It seems like you'd actively have to be going out of your way to farm this airdrop to have 100 transactions. You can claim up to 50,000 Prism if you do 50 transactions and $1,000 in volume. 18,000 Prism for people who have done 20 transactions and $500 in volume, and 9,000 Prism for people who have done 10 transactions and at least $100 worth in volume. So I think it would be quite easy to qualify for the first tier, at least, even if you were going out there trying to Sybil attack this and trying to hunt for airdrops with various different wallets. It wouldn't have been too difficult actually to get this qualification here, but the top ones would have been quite difficult. Don't think I would qualify for this because I didn't do the 100 required transactions. So there's a claim period for the airdrop. So eligible users will have 1 month to claim the airdrop at the Prism Aggregator website, starting from December 16th to January 16th, 2022. So you can see if your wallet is eligible or not by going to prism.ag, logging into your wallet, and then clicking up at this part here where it says 0 Prism. And that will tell you the amount of swaps you've done, your total volume swapped, and then your Prism claimable. So for me, I'm only claimable for 18,000 Prism. I didn't make it anywhere near the top tiers, and that's mainly due to the fact that I didn't do enough swaps, which is quite unfortunate. So I was 4 away from getting more Prism. So we can see my wallet rank by number of swaps, 590. So there was only 589 more people who did more swaps than I did, and my wallet rank by volume swapped was 1,877. Some basic information about the Prism token. That's the ticker symbol. There'll be $10 billion supply. So the initial circulating supply is only 580 million. Public sale price is 0.0025 and initial market cap will be at 1.4 million. So this is interesting. So don't worry too much if you didn't get the airdrop, because they will be doing liquidity mining as well. I don't know how that will happen. Maybe they'll just give you tokens for swapping through Prism. We'll see what happens in the end. So let's take a look at the reaction to the Prism token airdrop. So this guy here, he's a bit angry. Why users before November 3rd can receive airdrops? Read the article to find out. It's unfair. Swapped over 5k last month after 3rd of November and I'm not eligible. Ooh. Does that mean we'll be getting diluted before we even bought the IDO? No, the claiming process doesn't start until after IDO is finished and token becomes tradable. I mean, that's fair enough. So if you've traded on Symmetry Portfolio Manager or Symmetry Swap, it doesn't matter. They will aggregate both of those values. So if you've done most of your trading through the Portfolio Manager, it doesn't matter. You'll still qualify for the airdrop. Not eligible, only have 3 transactions on Symmetry. What about early users? Very disappointing criteria, good luck. Yeah, so the thing about this is, right, that they say they've had like, what was that? What was that? So the thing about this is that they said they had 220,000 users in less than 5 months, and they've narrowed that airdrop all the way down to like 6,000 users. So that's like less than 3% of the people who have used Symmetry Finance are actually going to get this drop. Like, I'm fairly certain I'm going to get this drop, so like I'm not too mad. But yeah, it's really interesting to see. I mean, ParaSwap did a very similar approach to this. They really narrowed it down, the amount of people who could actually get the ParaSwap airdrop, and now people really hate ParaSwap. Like, people are actively going out of their way to not use any of their products and sell all of their tokens. So we'll see if people have that sort of reaction to Prism. So we'll see if people have that sort of reaction to Prism and Symmetry Finance. I mean, if you think about it, right, people are getting something for nothing. So you really should be grateful that you even get an airdrop at all. But I can see the frustration out there, particularly because like a lot of airdrops before, like Orca, for example, I got airdropped like a couple $100 worth of that token purely from like using it once or twice, right? I really didn't use it that much and I was still able to get like a decent sum of money from it, and it was cool. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one.